What's up, nerds? I'm Kandruk, your not-so-friendly neighborhood otaku, and welcome to my channel where I talk all things anime, manga, manhwa, webcomics, and cosplay. If that's the type of thing you're into, then make sure to subscribe because we're putting one video out every single week, and right now it is of anime commentary. Today we're going to be watching and reacting to episode 10 of Gachiakuta. As always, if you haven't watched episode 10 of Gachiakuta and you don't want to be spoiled, pause my video, go back and watch the episode, and then come here to hear what I have to say. Because obviously, as I'm watching and reacting to it, there will be spoilers. Now, just to let you know in advance, I'm going on vacation for a couple of weeks, so we are gonna fall behind schedule here. I'm probably gonna miss like 2 or 3 weeks, so there will be a lot of catching up to do. I am a really big fan of this series. I am reading the manga for it, though I'm only up to like volume 6 or 7, and anime-wise, we're probably in volume 4 right now. We're not too far behind, so I personally need to catch up. I need to read more, but it's also really good to see it kind of with fresh eyes since it's been a while since I read it and be reminded of, I forgot that this happened and I love it. It's so nice to see it again. The anime is completely doing the manga justice, so if you like what you're seeing, I highly recommend reading it as well. But without any further ado, let's get into episode 10. I love that the series just casually throws in a conversation around consent. Remlin's powers are not able to activate. They cannot use their vital instrument to draw on people without the explicit consent of that individual, which, considering they use their vital instrument to draw like sigils or spells, I would sure fucking hope so. Otherwise, they could probably just go around putting curses on people all willy-nilly. Because what is a curse except a spell with bad intentions? Okay, so I was right that the power inherited does vary from giver to giver, though it appears to be more subtle than I originally thought. Partially, I think because Remlin uses the same exact rules that Gob used, as he went around and got permission to draw on walls, objects, and people. So there's a level of respect for the art that they both share. Now, I'm unsure if that consent is required for inanimate objects, though I wouldn't question it in a series whose entire power system is derived from taking care of and treasuring objects, or if that's just the way Remlin was taught since they're Gob's protege. Remlin literally just told you they were chosen because they and all of their predecessors do as they please and draw what they want. The core similarity between all of the givers who have inherited this vital instrument is freedom and play. Of course they're gonna want to tattoo the sigil if they can. That's silly. Also, it's super cool how they can turn the pen vital instrument into basically any tool for drawing, like the paintbrush they did earlier and here with the tattoo machine. So while it is only one vital instrument, it appears it can become any artistic tool. And when you think about it, you can make art with anything. So that inherited vital instrument also seems a little OP. Ooh, I wonder if like previous givers have had it turn into different tools and that's just been learned and inherited by the vital instrument. So as it continues to get passed down and continues to get inherited, it has like a memory of sorts of all the previous tools it was before. The same way that whoever inherits it basically immediately awakens as a giver. Does it then also have like this stored knowledge of, I've been a paintbrush before, I've been a tattoo machine before, you can use that and it's much easier for you to use it because I've already awakened that form. If that's true, Remlin has access to all of the tools that the previous givers who inherited this vital instrument used. The other option is that's just the nature of this vital instrument. It looks like a pen, but it can become any artistic tool based on what that giver wants. Rudo, they're like the same age as you. I would say tops, Remlin is 1 to 2 years younger than you. Who the fuck are you calling a kid? Look at how he's moving his hands. Rudo is fully doing the like Mau Mau pervy moment, but for trash instead of boobs. Our little dumpster boy has been given full permission to dive, and I would say he's having a hell of a time with it. Also, I really love the choice of words here and saying a few items that sing to you. So I studied medical anthropology in undergrad, and one of the like folk medicine anecdotes that I learned regarding shamans and two plants that look nearly identical except for under a microscope, where one heals you and one kills you, is the shaman's response to the Harvard ethnobotanist who came there to be like, how the hell can you tell these two apart, was something along the lines of, it sings differently in the moonlight. Because the shamans are raised around those two plants, they are completely immersed into learning how to differentiate one from the other, and they know that other people's lives are in their hands. It's kind of the idea of animism that's used here, where they're saying, find the piece of garbage in this entire trash pile that calls out to you, that sings to you, that draws you towards it. I already love the theory of animism, and I love that this is the theory that we're basing this power system on, but I love that we also keep referencing back to it. Every single part of the series references animism and imbuing anima into these objects as the core power structure. And as someone who hates shitty, dumb power scaling, This is fucking fantastic. Oh, that's the Watchmen series. That's Rudo's glove and the boss of the Raiders Code, isn't it? I just know it's gonna be a huge reveal when we learn what the Watchmen series is and how many vital instruments come from it. Vital instruments that I'm guessing are inherited vital instruments, and how those instruments from the series play into the rest of the power structure in this world. August is a fucking freak, and Rudo doesn't even sleep much. Look at those fucking eye bags. I doubt he's had a full night's sleep in his entire life. Yet August crept into his room while he slept and measured his head in order to make his mask, which is a full face mask. Of course it's a full face mask. It's a fucking helmet. Some things don't need new words. We didn't have to call it a full face mask. It could have just been a helmet and or a face mask. He didn't have to say that in such a menacing way. I think Engine and all these fucking cleaners and supports here purposefully made it seem way worse than it is. We're gonna take your blood too. Boy, you just saw them give you their blood. Don't be freaked out now. But also, they need to leave that poor boy alone. Look how freaked out he is. Poor little baby Rudo. Oh, he brought the TV? I wanna know how much of the Watchmen series is on it. I also need Rudo to sit down, watch it, and learn a little bit more about his vital instrument and where it came from, because this series seems to be very important. Let's go! I'm so excited to see them fight. And this will be the first time that Rudo's fighting the Trash Beast, where he knows how to awaken his powers, and he has a full fucking set of potential objects that he can activate and turn into weapons that he brought with him. Last time he fought the Trash Beast, he accidentally activated his powers in order to save Folo. So this time, I'm ready for a show. God, they're so badass. Regardless of him being my favorite, we have to realize how fucking hardcore Zonka is, since he's basically fighting in hand-to-hand combat with these Trash Beasts. Rio and Engine are both like launching their weapons at the Trash Beast or shooting attacks out at them. Zonka is physically going up to them and beating them with his staff. Ooh, there she is, the lady in No Man's Land, who just so happens to be shown watching them fight Trash Beast as Rudo's transforming his first object into a weapon. Also, I think the Raiders are looking for her too. The boss said Jabber will find the other one there in No Man's Land. So I'm assuming the boss meant he'll either find another object from the Watchmen series or a giver who's using a vital instrument from the Watchmen series. Also, I don't see a mask on her, so since she can live in No Man's Land without dying from pollution and has witnessed people cross between two worlds, I'm assuming she has a vital instrument of some kind. Oh, hell yeah, a long-range attack, let's go. That was so cool. God fucking damn it. Not him defeating the Trash Beast by calling him an asshole. If you ever questioned whether or not he was a teenage boy, there is your answer. Again, the character design, guys, it's so fucking cool. She has corset piercing on the front of her thighs. She's not wearing a mask, or pants for that matter. She is definitely not wearing pants. Those are tighty whities. But she's not wearing a mask in No Man's Land where it's polluted. So either she's doing something dumb or she has a way to not be affected by the pollution in the air. Oh, hell, she looks like she's gonna fight them. She is totally rocking that if you want to get to the woman you want to see, you gotta go through me first kind of vibe. I'm not liking it. Oh, I don't think she's the woman they're looking for. The pause she had before saying yes? I am getting bad vibes from her. I also feel like this Amo she keeps talking about is the actual woman they're looking for. Either that, or she's taking them to a second location for more nefarious reasons. Also, as a true crime girly, never go to a second location. That's where the murders happen. If she knows the air is bad, why wouldn't she have thrown a mask on before leaving and heading out into the open, polluted part of No Man's Land? She has fully got to be tricking them. Honestly, it's giving me the vibes of the mud puppet that lured Rudo into the building where the Raiders were. I don't think she's a Raider, but I do think she is 100% trying to lure them somewhere else. Do you seriously think if she approached with the intention to fight you, that she wouldn't have put contingencies in place or calculated whether or not she could take on the full group of ya? What did I just say? She wouldn't have approached with ill intent if she thought she would fail. And now, Engine's down. And that is episode 10 of Gachiakuta. I did not fucking like her smile at the end there. I called those bad vibes. Now again, I know you're saying, Kendrick, you're a manga reader. Of course you know what was gonna happen. Bitch, I forgot. I knew she wasn't the right person, but I forgot whether she was a good person or a bad person. I forgot where she was taking them. It's been like a year since I read the manga. As I'm watching it, I'm remembering it, but up until that moment, I'm like, ooh, we're here for the first time. Which, I do have to say, I kind of hate. I love knowing when things are gonna happen, and I just want to see how the animation does it justice, but I don't want to be shocked, unless it's like a horror series where shock is the element that is required for the watching experience. Here, you can fully know the plot and it'll still be really cool and really interesting to see how it's translated from a stagnant panel to a fully animated and colored series. Especially some of those moments that we've seen in these earlier episodes where they pulled back and stripped the color. oh, it just looked so good, and it gave us that more like gritty and raw feel, like something was really wrong, so much so that color left the world they're in. So as we're getting closer to the point where I left off in the manga, I'm planning to read ahead, and I will have it fresher in my mind, and as always, I will try to make sure I am not spoiling it for you. That's why a lot of the times my reactions are reactions to what's physically happening, and some theories that I have and that I've been thinking about as I've been reading the manga, and I'm kind of being reminded of it as we bring it up here in the anime. Like with the TV and the Watchmen series, and the fact that the TV shows Ruto's gloves and the coat that the Raiders wear, both of their vital instruments, telling us that there's multiple vital instruments from this series. I don't know about y'all, I have glasses, I can't see that well. A little tiny TV on a manga panel, I probably couldn't fucking tell that it was a coat and gloves. I probably just found that out now. The symbols are very small and it is hard to see sometimes, and because I do read online a lot, I have made the mistake of trying to zoom in on paper. It does not work and it does not help you. Again, I am gonna be on vacation, so I'm probably gonna fall a couple of weeks behind, but if you're someone who follows me on TikTok, be on the lookout. A lot of Japan content is coming because I will be in Japan for a couple of weeks. But that is all I have for today, folks, and I will see you next time.